we're not oblivious to, look, Nvidia continues to amaze us. What else do you say? It's almost 740 bucks. It was just crossed 700. Now it's 740. It seemingly goes up all the time. We mentioned ARM Holdings was up 40% today. Yeah, it's a tiny float. And who knows what other reasons it continues to go up. It's just an unbelievable path. By the way, Nvidia's market cap today passed Amazon's. It's the first time, according to some reports, that's happened in 2 decades. So we asked Christina Partsinevelos to come sit with us today and just take us through. This is incredible. You cover the space. I mean, you look at it. I wonder what goes through your mind as you follow this. Jensen Huang's over. He's in the Middle East today.
Yeah, in Dubai.
Was making some comments. And it's just insane.
His comments in the Middle East, though, were focused on just AI in general because they're in their quiet period, and he's been pushing infrastructure. He said that they see about $1 trillion in accelerator market right now, and that could go up to $2 trillion. So keeping costs in check, but that's pretty much telling you there's going to be growth in 2025. So that's seen as a positive. To your point, Scott, and we're going to go over just some of the reasons. You've seen the stock, soar 53% just this year alone after rising 240% last year, much of that happening more so in the second half of the year. So to answer your question, why? Why is everybody still so bullish on this name? First, talk about the big cloud companies, Meta, Microsoft, Alphabet, et cetera, Amazon, all promising to increase their capital expenditures. That means they're spending more money on GPUs. Nvidia benefits. Secondly, Nvidia is launching a new AI chip later this year, the B100, so that should help propel some momentum. Nvidia also created I'm calling it a safe for China version AI chip, and is reportedly taking orders right now, so that's keeping that 20% revenue pot intact. And then lastly, Nvidia's software and enterprise business. We don't talk about it enough, but it's still nascent, still in the beginning stages. And this has led analysts, to your point, you're talking about point increases, price targets. Melius Research today, $920. The stock is $738. Right now.
That's got to be the high now on the street. Because, wasn't it like a week ago I think it was Goldman, went up to 8?
Yeah, I think I have that actually on the chart. So Goldman, JP Morgan, several of them have gone up within the, $750, $800 range, but $920.
Now we've crossed the 900.
When are we going to hit 1,000, guys? When are we going to hit 1,000? But the interesting point is the share price actually surpassing right now the average analyst price target for the first time in 2 years. There are, and I just want to, we have to talk about the negatives, right?
Yeah.
Wolf, JP Morgan, a few are raising some concerns. Perceived, right? Supply is coming back online, which means that lead times would shrink. Competition ramping up not only in China from Huawei, but the custom chips. That's probably more of a long-term problem, but made in-house by Google, Meta. And then the obvious, Scott. The bar is so high for this company. So the size of the beat and guide up, and the stock reaction could be the next test of investor conviction, I should say, and confidence, especially in the near-term sustainability of this AI trade.
So I'm looking at the chart now. The 52-week low on Nvidia is $204.21. And here we go at near 740. That's remarkable in and of itself. Now, big fans of the stock and those who've been in it a long time, Josh Brown, if you all recall, last week trimmed 20% of it. Athwat Damodaran, the so-called dean of valuation, NYU Stern. He's owned it for a long time. He's owned it much lower. He talked about the valuation being insane. Now, the valuation actually, you know this, Christina, is actually cheaper today than the 10-year average. The price appreciation has just been startling to see, but the valuation is actually lower than where it was a year ago, and it's lower than its 10-year historical average as well.
So then your bull case, right? That seems to be the narrative for anybody that's still in this stock and those that, may be suffering from FOMO and are waiting for the earnings to come out. I think that's going to be the dichotomy. The fast traders that are either going to get out once they see that, $20 billion, $21 billion revenue number for the January quarter, or those that get in like ARM, right? They got in. There's a lot of FOMO traders getting in with that, and the stock jumping 53% within 2 days.
I felt like, Jimmy, you were a FOMO trader in Nvidia some $200 or $300 ago. It felt like you got in. When did you get in? Remind us.
450, right? 6 months ago.
And when you got in 6 months ago, it was kind of like I'm missing out on the party. I'm finally buying Nvidia at 450 6 months ago, and here we are closer to 750.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, what you just described about the multiple coming in, Scott, had happened. And I'd never seen anything like this. And I don't think anybody had. You know, you go back this time a year ago, the forward multiple was 60. And I think that's where the 10-year average was that you were just referring to. You know, it's whatever it is, 35, 36 times forward multiple. When somebody buys a stock at 60 times a year ago, they're expecting it to be 35 times now. I think the question is, where does it go from here? And look, at some point, not right now, folks, but at some point, this is going to be shown to be a cyclical company. What you were talking, I know, look at the raised eyebrows. Yes. At some point, I'm not saying right now, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, but what you were saying, Christina, about competition maybe cropping up, you know, that will at some point happen. It's not right now. What I'm doing with this, and I said this to you Friday, Scott, is I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the ride. It's really, really fun. But when this thing turns over, I'm going to trim some. I mean, the only reason I'm riding it and not trimming it now is because it goes up every frickin' day.
I know, but if you're expecting it to roll over at some point and go down, you're going to wait. Because if that day happens where it goes down hard,
how hard?
I don't know.
Put a number on it.
I don't know.
10%? If it goes down, I'm sorry to cut you off. It goes down.
The faster you go up, the harder they fall. Somebody said that someday, you know?
Yes, I think it was Jimmy Cliff. You know, I guess this is what laughing gas is like. If it goes 10% down tomorrow, it's going to be right where it was a week ago. I can live with that.
So I'm just curious, though, what do you tell investors that haven't gotten in? And you were hesitant, what, at $400, and now it's 7 something. I know we're seeing a price target of 900. What do you do?
Yeah,
do you get in? Do you wait?
So here's what I would do if I were not in it, right? So I had a 2% position that's roughly 3% now. If I held nothing in it, I would find an opportunity to buy 1% so that I'm at least in it. And this stock, over many, many years, you'll have opportunities to add to.
I think Joe just shook his head. No way.
Not here. Not here.
If you own none of it.
Well, if you own none of it, why would you feel? Why do you have to be in it now?
Look at this. Look at this thing. I mean,
so
I've never seen anything like it. I've been in the stock market for 22 years.
You took the words out of my mouth. There are other names within the industry that are benefiting from AI. Look, the most compelling thing that you could say is that you can't find the type of capex that this company is benefiting from anywhere in the universe of publicly traded companies. You can't. The capex is absolutely staggering, but there's other companies that are benefiting from that as well. And without question, what is it? It's fourth largest company in the world by market cap today.
Yeah.
It's going to take out Alphabet in literally a month or so, so it'll be number 3. But the one thing you always have to think about with this company, where it is today, is they have still supply chain dependency. And that's the one thing that makes me concerned about this company. Because you know what? Taiwan Semi might be in Arizona, but that Arizona fab plant is not going to be able to produce the way that they produce overseas. And that's a risk.
Jimmy,